at the rhythm of the sun. Well, I was wide awake until the dawn upon her face, and the echoes of our song as it hummed along. So stay with me, you are my missing pieces. Oh, you are my missing pieces. You are my missing pieces. So won't you stay with me?
Buongiorno. I don't think I
Buongiorno.
said. I added an O. I'm not supposed to, am I? But bonjour.
We're not the ones to ask.
Wow. Well, we have something we can ask.
Yes.
I've been to Montreal once. That is my closest experience to
I've never been.
the French language firsthand, and I didn't fare well, as one might imagine. And that means I might have been close to Lara at the time too, but I didn't know.
Possibly. Well, I've seen the movie Inglourious Bastards, where Brad Pitt butchers the word buongiorno.
Maybe that's where
Buongiorno.
I shouldn't learn from Brad. I watch too many movies with Brad in it. That might be the problem.
Yes. How
By
are
the
you?
way, welcome to the Throga
Welcome.
channel, Johnny.
Welcome.
My name
Good to be
is Richard. I'm going to press all the buttons, and over there is Johnny. We have a wonderful program for you today, and we have a special guest. As you can hear, my voice isn't quite back the way I want it. It's going to skip in and out. I'm feeling pretty sexy, though.
Richard's becoming a man. It's like Peter Brady.
Oh, my goodness. Today, of course, we are reacting to Lara Fabian, and we have several songs prepared. And our special guest is Eric Sicard. He is, from our understanding, he's just an incredible wealth of knowledge is when it comes to Lara. Although our standard is pretty low in terms of the information that we need. And I think last week we referred to him as an expert, and sometimes we get in trouble claiming people as an expert. I just want to clarify that. In our view, in our limited bubble of knowledge, everybody else feels like an expert on the internet outside of what we know. So we're not inviting, criticism towards anybody. There's always new information to know. There's always, little mishaps of confusion, things like that. But the whole point is that we want to learn, and that's why we brought him in here today. So we're excited for that.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
And we see lots of people here already. Good morning. Oh, Flory, welcome as our newest gold Thronely member. Flory,
Congrats to you. And congrats to us for having you.
Congrats to us as well. And Chris and Rami and Francesco's here. JF, hello. Nina, good morning, everybody from all over the place. Bonjour is French. Yes, that was my attempt. I don't know where the O came from. In my mind, there's an extra O attached to it.
He's still under the weather, people.
We'll pretend that's why I added the O.
Right.
I'm not
Use
fully
it. Use it
healed.
while you can.
I throw in extra vowels as we go.
Goodness.
Let's bring Eric in. He is in the background.
Yeah.
Let's welcome him with a warm applause. Hello, Eric.
What's up, Eric? How you doing, buddy?
Hello. Do you hear me?
Yes, we can. So, Eric, we had a quick panic before we started. He had a lot of technical issues with his computer, and that's how we know he belongs here on the Throga channel.
It's always to the last second on this channel, for sure.
Yes. No, so we got to know you a little bit through the comments. Obviously, you are a fan of Lara. Can you just give us a quick, what is your background? When did you discover her, and where did your wealth of knowledge come from? Just over the years?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not the best expert. I am the scribe of the community, because I collect all the knowledge and I try to make those summaries to consume to anybody else. But I discovered Lara in the late 90s in France, when she erupted on the French music scene. She had her third album and fourth album were diamond albums in France.
Wow.
Were in fact millions of sales, and she had many top 10 songs in the charts. So she was everywhere. So she was from day one. She was one of my favorite singers, but I was not really a fan at that time. It's only during the pandemic 4 years ago that I started to see those reactions on YouTube, that I investigate some reactions on Lara, and I discover many other deep dimensions in her artistry. I discover many things that they didn't know about her, and a couple of songs made me fall in the rabbit hole, and I got addicted to her. And so you already covered Just Malade. That was one of these, and the other one you will cover it today. It's the Yentl medley, a cover of Barbra Streisand.
Yes.
So that's where I discovered that she was not only a splendid belter singer with a very nice eye register, but she also was a songwriter, that she was a performer in terms of with a second to none ability to draw you in
Absolutely.
You see, if you compare, because a lot of reactors especially in the US were comparing her to Celine, and by the way, congratulations, you are not one of these. A lot of those reactors, maybe due to the common vowel pronunciation, due to their common native French language,
Sure.
they made the comparison. But for me, it's very different in terms of artistry, and I resonate way more to Lara. For me, Celine is you feel part of something big. You are impressed. It's overwhelming. You're impressed, but you are not that. I would say, as for me, I'm not that. I don't get the emotions I get from Lara. And with Lara, it's a intimate one-to-one conversation. I'm completely sucked in the performance, and I think she's talking to me directly, and it's a soul-to-soul conversation, and she's channeling emotions directly to me. So that's really what made me.
She's talking to me.
And then I discovered many things. I discovered that she speaks many languages, that she wrote 200 songs in 4 languages. I discovered that she has this influence on many singers from the new generation, the first one being Dimash. And I discovered that she is a kind of contortionist. She is flexible in terms of her body, and she can do things incredible. I discovered she has played in movies.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
She even faced Kevin Kline and Ashley Judd, and but I'll stop here. I did is I discovered there are many channels, and I will put some comments on this video on the channels to discover Lara better. There are many amazing channels on providing the videos of all her performances in high quality. On one channel, Lara Fabian from Gabi is spectacular in terms of translating her interviews in English, or providing subtitles in English to those interviews. But there was no background information on the different perfs, on her. So that's what I try to bring on the table.
I love it. And thank you for doing that. It's been pivotal for us too. And what we're going to do today, here's the plan so everybody knows. We have several songs prepared that Eric kind of curated for us. Obviously, it's going to have to go past today because it's impossible to take in the rabbit hole in any one day, right? So we're going to do a set of songs. We're going to do 2 songs, and then Eric's going to come in and introduce us to the next set of songs, kind of do it that way as we move through. So the first 2 songs that we have prepared is probably our, other than Caruso, which we're going to end with today, so you all are aware of that, and we are going to do the Lara with Love version. That's our closer. The other one that we've been asked to do over and over again from Lara as well as from Dimash is Adagio. Adagio? How do you say that?
Adagio.
Adagio.
It means slowly in Italian, and it's used to define the pace of the music in the music sheet. So,
okay.
It's between lento and andante.
So the first 2 songs we're going to do is Adagio and I Guess I Loved You. So could you just set those up for us real quick, and then we're going to move into the reaction.
The first one is one of the biggest hits from Lara on the international basis. It has been covered by Dimash, but Flor Jansen as well, Charisse, so many Il Divo, the Italian band, and so on. So this is a song based on the classic masterpiece Albinoni's Adagio, which, by the way, is not from Albinoni but from Remo Gadiotto. But there were other songs made from it, but it was only in the opera world. This is the first pop song that was made from it, and Lara created the lyrics, so she wrote the lyrics in Italian.
Okay.
And so there is an Italian version and there is an English version. We will see the English one, but initially she wrote a song in Italian, and then she co-wrote and then she co-wrote the English version. The lyrics are about someone that is expecting to find her love, but it's also, and it's more evident in the Italian version, it's also about, there is a double meaning. It's also about an artist awaiting the god of inspiration. So the way she wrote the song, it has a double meaning. And
that's cool.
In the English version, we only see the lover side, but the artist side is more evident in the Italian. And why do I select with you these 2 songs first? So because they are exposing our range, a vocal range. So you didn't have the opportunity so far to see the vocal range. So you will see it. And the second song is from our second English album, 5 years later than this one, in 2005. And it's also a song she wrote. And this one is exposing her head register.
Okay, cool.
And, so this is a bit different. So I found it interesting to show you the 2 sides of her vocal skills.
Wonderful.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Awesome. All right, so thank you for that setup. It is definitely time to dive in. So I'm going to take you off camera, Eric, and we'll bring you in after those 2 songs again. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thanks, Eric.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Johnny, real quick, we got something to say.
We do. Before we dive in, make sure all you beautiful people hit like and subscribe and ring that bell so you always know what we are up to here at the Throga Reaction channel.
Yes, and also be sure to check out the links below in the description where you can support our page by buying a coffee if you're enjoying the program, and you can even become a silver, gold, or diamond Thronely member like Flory just did. And also check out Throga.com if you're curious about the voice and the 7 dimensions of singing to help develop it and reach your goals as a singer. And enjoy the music that you listen to sing along with. Sorry, I was starting because I couldn't find the button. Why the buttons don't move? I don't know why I can't press them correctly. They're in the same spot every time.
You're sick. You're sick. Give yourself a break.
Oh my goodness. All right, I am so anxious to jump in. Here we go.
And thank you, Chris, already for your coffee donation this morning.
Good morning. Cheers.
Early morning.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Where was the gong?
Prepare.
Maybe if you guys are good out there I'll break the gong out there, and we'll.
If you behave.
If you have to earn the gong.
All right, here we go.
Okay, go. You go first.
I think that's the first time I didn't stop the entire song.
I know.
I
know.
could not stop that.
Good for you. Good on you for feeling that.
I mean, I know it's like there's this entertainment obligation or as a reactor or whatever. You know, it's like, okay, this is stop, respond. And we try to balance that out or be a little cognizant of that. I think it was about 20 seconds to the end. I'm like, oh shit, we're on. We're live and we're supposed to react to the song. God, she just sucks you in.
Yeah.
Just completely takes you in. That opening tone. This.
I don't know where to find you.
Yes, I know.
If she just did that, then I could just stare at her for like the next 2 hours. Like that's all I need.
Man, this is going to come across wrong too, and and this is not meant in a sexist way at all.
Uh-oh.
You could mute the sound, and like I'd still be like, what's happening next? She's so, and it's not just because she's like very
yeah,
pretty.
I mean, she's obviously attractive, but
yeah.
No, it's not that. It's
there's just something about her presence, the way like she's just got this stare, like just this overall aura.
yes.
And I'm like so.
And we're not even in the room with her. I mean, this is just recorded 2 decades ago, 24 years ago. And it still like is captured on tape to be replayable and takes you in. But the tone that she so sorry guys. The tone when on those lower notes, there's just, and it's an intentional airiness. So when the vocal folds, they stretch front to back. They're kind of like in a V shape like this. They come together, air brushes up against them. So what notes is she doing on that last line there?
Let me hear it again.
Don't know where to find you.
So it's A flat 3 and G3.
Okay, so it's just a half step there, but the folds are vibrating at like I don't know, 210 cycles per second, something around there, a little less, and at that speed. So that's to produce that sound wave in that our ear and brain interprets as that particular frequency. But there's a leak. So at the very back of the folds, she's just allowing a little space rather than the folds completely vibrating together. There's just a little space that's open intentionally, and that gives that like that breathy overtone with it.
Yeah.
Find you. I'm gonna have it anyway today because I'm sick. I apologize, but it's just the right amount of like that haunting, like just that effect that just kind of like, oh, it's like you have to hold your breath. And so I love that technique that she's using in that moment to just set the scene that she sets up for the rest of the song.
Yeah, and part of that leak that you're talking about, I feel like that's when she starts singing out to that gives her that sort of that really identifiable Lara tone. You know, just that little bit. You know, we've used the word. I don't know, it's just it's breathy. You know,
right.
But I found that on this song it was a little bit less than previous song. This is our fourth one.
Yes.
So
I think she has 7 or 8 in total, so we're almost halfway.
So close, we're halfway there. No, just in the other videos like that, it was that sort of her, like again, her identifiable sound, but she can also bring it back a little bit. And this one was a little bit clearer when she hit some of the high notes. So it's definitely like a choice that she's making. And
yes,
but
yeah, and you could hear. So you've got that there. Right, with that intentional leak sound, and then if we jump ahead, so even there, I mean, comfortable. It's not even quite your belt range, but it kind of overlaps a little bit. So it's a pure tone in a sense.
It's a little bit more pure, yeah.
Yeah, so the folds are vibrating. It's a kind of like a full contact. There's no leak taking place there, and she's a little bit louder too. Obviously, there's several variables at play, but if she sang the whole song with that breathy tone, it wouldn't have the impact. And if she sang the whole song with a clear tone, it would still be pretty powerful, but it wouldn't have the same dynamic like engagement and hauntingness that she's kind of create at the beginning. So again, just showing her artistic choices are just on point. Do you have any? I know if this was the only song we were doing, I could easily dive into another. Oh, Lara, I can give you a better visual pose there. No. It's hard to capture the right face with Lara because she's so expressive.
I know, she's so dynamic with it. Yeah,
I know, it's like now she's angry. She's like no.
Yeah.
But if we were just doing this one song, I would dive in more technique-wise, but I'm going to try to spread it out a little bit as we go. And I can see Anatomical Naked Guy is already being requested. We may bring him out today to explain maybe some things that Lara's doing. So we'll kind of let the day unfold. Any comments on songwriting? Because we have to watch Dimash sing this too. It's not going to be today, but we will circle back at some point for that as well.
Yeah, it's hard to take it all in, but like that. Just got that.
There's that musical feel to it, right? It's just outside of that pop expectation. It gives it a little bit.
Yeah, no. Actually, the intro kind of reminded me of a little bit of Wicked, what I just saw on Broadway in New York. A little bit of that Broadway delivery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she's tends to have a little bit of a theatrical approach, which I love. We both love.
Total sucker for her. I want to hear this talent again. She had a moment of grit and everything else. Sorry, I'm trying to pace myself because I can spend an hour on this song.
I know.
Let me just hear the ending and move on to song number 2. Sorry, guys. I don't want to drag it out, but there's so much.
Don't you believe? Let me believe. You won't let go.
Yeah.
In that moment, we can hear just a little bit.
Now you know how it feels. That was me for the first 6 months of our show.
When she's pushing there a little bit, you could hear there's a little, I call it hair. Like sometimes when we're in the studio, we kind of like there's that little slight scratchy tone on top. So that's the folds. They're vibrating quickly, obviously. The folds are relatively thick. That's what's giving her like that rich, full sound. In part also, obviously, because of her tonal space. But there's also just a little ripple on top of the folds, vibrating, giving it just that little like overdrive. I want to hear that again. It's so cool. Oh, sorry. Do you hear that? It's just...
Yeah.
Oh, the cry at the end. Always using her breath as part of the storytelling, everything in that.
Really? Yeah, that was definitely more like of a conventionally more belt-oriented song, which is cool because we've seen sort of the more artistic approach that she's had in the other songs, like the storytelling ability that we're talking about, a little more of the broken up singing, all of which is super effective. So it's cool to just see her just let it rip.
Yeah,
Too.
I mean, just the range and the power that's there. And I see in the chat someone mentioned that. I think was it Rami? Did you mention that? Oh, yeah, the idea of it being we could spend a full reaction just on that song. I have a feeling we're going to come back to this. We might want to come back, like maybe see a different version of her sing this, maybe in Italian, and then with Dimash doing it. Maybe we can dedicate a reaction to this song, and then we can dive in a little more musically as well. I think that's a great idea, actually. So
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Song number 2. Before bringing Eric back in to introduce the next pieces, this is AI enhanced upscale to 1080. So enjoy that. But the song is called "I Guess I Loved You," and let's jump in. He said, I think Eric mentioned this had like maybe the head voice. It was introducing just her usage of the registers, right?
Exactly. Oh, and by the way, the last song, so she wrote that originally in Italian, and then she rewrote it, translated it in English.
At least one of the writers for the translation, and that's hard to do because you have to repaint the song with.
Well, I think it's a really cool thing to do because, I mean, we've been part of songs where we've written in English and it's been translated in another language, and unbeknownst to us, it had a sort of a different meaning because we didn't know what the language.
That's not what we meant.
But it's easy to happen and getting lost in translation. So when you can have the actual first writer, with the initial intention, be a part of the rewrite,
it keeps the integrity.
Ultimately what you want, because you know that you're getting the idea across that you wanted.
That's great. All right, here we go.
is all there is. No need to look behind the door. You won't be standing there no more. I had my chance to dance another dance. I didn't even realize that this was all love and no lies. Then I lost you. Oh, I guess I loved you. Oh, it's less than I should. Now all there is me and me. I turn around and all I see the past. Forever left our destiny. Now, tomorrow's a mystery. I cannot live without a dream, vanishing from reality. I wonder now, would you come back to me? Now that I finally realize you are my home, you are my life. I need you. I guess I loved you. Less than I should. Now all there is me and me. I turn around and all I see the past where I have left our destiny. Whoa, I guess I loved you. Less than I should. Another time, another run to mend both of our broken hearts. To tell you how much I love you now. I guess I loved you. I guess I loved you.
I guess we're not stopping songs halfway through anymore. Because I can't. There's this perpetual. I mean, it's the struggle. I struggle with this often. You know, it's like where to stop it and when to. Obviously, I could have several times throughout that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
When was this?
This
was this a later performance?
Eric, what year was this? Do you know?
It was in 2005.
2005.
2005.
It was from,
Okay.
and it was from her 2004 album, A Wonderful Life, her second English album.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
What was the first song from?
That
What
was
era?
2000.
From
2000?
from
Okay.
Lara with Love concert in 2000, so 5 years before. Yeah.
Well, 5 year difference, and there was no difference in tone. Like,
Oh
you
no,
know,
it's
still pristine.
You know, she had concert this week, and she has exactly the same tone than
Yeah.
24 years ago.
I don't doubt it.
I 2 years ago, I went on a concert, and that was the first time in years that she sang Adagio, and it was perfect. It was almost the same as 24 years ago. Just the tone was just a little bit darker, but
And that could have even just been that moment that day, that, you know, just how she was feeling, expression. So
Yeah.
nobody knew it was on the set list, because in the tour, at the previous concert, she did not have this. And suddenly at the last song, she made it at the last song of the concert. And yeah,
that's amazing.
everybody was.
Yeah, I would imagine. So thank you for that information. Jumping back to this, a couple things. One, actually, and before I forget, I want to reference the previous song with Adagio. Someone pointed out, made a comment. Was it da, 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 da. I think it was Francesco. In terms of her vibrato, the way she ended the last song, I caught that too. Again, there's so much to comment on. There's a little bit of a danger in taking on a song that big in this context where we're going to do many songs, because you can only go so far down the rabbit hole in that individual piece. But because she had vibrato and then went to straight tone,
Yeah.
which is really difficult, and I forgot to mention this, so thank you for bringing that up. That's actually an exercise I use with my students, where just intentionally do like a, and then go build into the vibrato and then back to a straight tone, because that helps you be able to manage where and when you want it, for stylistic choices. But it's rarely used. It's usually straight tone into vibrato, because that's like the enhancement,
the natural release or something, or
exactly. So it's just an example of more control for sure. In this song, I want to hear that opening line again when she went into her head voice, the clarity in the tone.
Now, tomorrow is all there is. No need to look behind the door. You won't be standing there no more. I had my chance to dance another dance. I didn't even realize that this was all love and no lies. Then I lost you. I guess I loved you.
It's her color. It's her tonal colors here, as well as it is here and here. We see this so often with artists as they flip into head voice, myself included, because when I go up there I have like a sick Mickey Mouse kind of sound.
Sick Mickey Mouse.
Normally it's not this sick sounding. It's very disturbed. It's a very disturbed Mickey
like it, though.
impression. But because the fold's thin, you're losing a lot of your source. It's called your fundamental, the initial push of air molecules that create that frequency. And very often when that is modified so greatly in just the thickness or the mass of the folds, it tends to trigger the overtones in a way that is identifiably separate. It's like, oh, you have chest voice, you have head voice, right? She goes into head voice. We could hear its head voice in the same way you could hear that it's a thinner string on the guitar as you go, across the neck.
Right.
But the tone, like the same, you could still hear it's coming from that same body of the guitar. You could hear it's coming from the same body of Lara, of that instrument.
Yeah.
And not everybody can pull that off. It's definitely it's an overlooked aspect to singing very often, because we're so used to hearing the change, we just accept it, we embrace it, because that's what typically is done. That crystal clear, consistent tone throughout her range, demonstrated there at multiple volumes, just shows her skill sets and to the degree in which she can execute it.
Yeah. I just want to bring up the song, too. The great songwriter. It's such a cool song. So, the verse has a little bit more of a pop. But the chorus is really interesting. So it starts, the song is in B flat minor. Really cool. Like, for me, it's a progression like that. It's always interesting because I do have to listen a couple times to get it. Like certain ones, if it's 4 chords, I can just kind of hear it in the first shot. But
right.
But those are always my favorite because I'm like, wait, what happened there? So
it challenges your brain, yeah.
Yeah, it's not just the B flat minor. It's like got that little that raised fifth.
Yeah. It's just so well crafted. So
Yeah.
oh, what a great song. All right, so we have many more to get to. We're gonna hold
May
on.
I
Eric.
add,
I'm gonna bring you in here.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
On this song, what I like especially is the diction. I mean, when she has those runs,
Yes.
she never sacrifices the words and the consonants and the vowels. She always is on point and taking care of every word to be complete and fully understandable. And that's I don't see that a lot in the other singers.
We're not comparing. We are fully enjoying.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I hear you.
So the song, I wanted to double down on Johnny's. I think he has a taste for those performance where theatrical performance. So the next, in fact, his next 3 songs, because the first one will be a 2-song chain. Those are for me the best in terms of exposing our Broadway side. The first one is a cover of Barbara Streisand from the movie Yentl. She is a fan of Barbara since she was 8, and she saw this movie. This movie was released in 1983, and it was a big success. It has 17 awards from Golden Globes and Oscar.
Wow.
What was the show again? I missed it.
Sorry?
What was the show called again?
The Yentl movie. Yentl.
Yentl.
So Papa, can you hear me?
YENTL.
Okay. Okay. What? Right. Okay. Got it.
And the composer is French. It's Michel Legrand. He won his third Oscar of Best Music with this one. So because he already had Thomas Crown Affair, Windmills of Your Mind, and The Summer of 42. So those are 2 songs, and she was 14 when she was in the theater attending this movie, and she promised herself that she will once she will be able to sing it on stage for everybody. So that's a dream come true for her. And
absolutely.
The song is all about the relationship between a daughter and a father that is dead in this movie. And here she had her father attending the concert. So she was really singing the song to him when she was.
That's neat.
So that's for the first couple of songs, Shane. And the next one is a legendary duet but it's an opera rock duet. She's destroying 80,000 stadium here under the rain, she's singing with Johnny Hallyday. Johnny Hallyday is a French rocker.
Yes.
And is the, let's say, the most famous and successful singer from the 60s to when he died 67 years ago. And he was mentored by Edith Piaf and Charles Aznavour. He was the one that gave his chance to Jimi Hendrix in a concert, the first one. Wow. And so he's a legend. And you will see here, this is a song from him that he transformed in a duet for Lara, because he was impressed by Lara. And Lara was a special guest to his concert. In fact, this is his concert. And so you will see when she came, everybody's surprised, and she has a round of applause just by showing.
I'm sure.
So that's it.
Okay, cool.
I'll let you appreciate the
Thank you for that setup very much.
Thank you so much, Eric.
Okay, so just to recap, a couple things. Number one, I see some requests from Caruso. That is our closer today. We will get to it. If you can't stay long enough to watch it, then watch the replay. But we hope you can hang out. So we're watching, it is Papa Can You Hear Me? Piece of Sky. So those two are together from Yentl. And then Requiem Pour un Feu. How do you say that, Eric, real quick?
Requiem for a fool, and it means requiem for a fool man or a madman.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Cool.
And Johnny, real quick, can you acknowledge our wonderful supporters here?
Yes, I was just going to do that. So thank you, Leo and Lulu and Chris. Dear Chris.
For your supports.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right, here we go. All right. So this is 1997.
Okay. Wow.
Where are you now that yesterday has waved goodbye and closed its doors? The night is so much darker, the wind is so much colder, the world I see is so much bigger now that I'm alone. Papa, please forgive me, try to understand me. I had no choice. Can you hear me praying? Anything I'm saying, even though the night is filled with voices, I remember everything you taught me, every book I've ever read. They are the books and all the words help me to face what lies ahead. The trees are so much taller, and I feel so much smaller. The moon is twice as lonely, and the stars are half as bright. Papa, how I love you. Papa, how I need you. Papa, how I miss you. Kissing me good It all began the day I found.
Wow. Holy moly. Man, she can really sing well, Richard. Holy
I feel like there's a future for her.
I was just thinking, like, going back to like the first song, we were just talking about this. You know, the sound could be off, and she just has this intangible X factor quality. Which, if I was working for a label, that's what you look for. It's that like somebody walks into a room and just like, I don't know what it is, but it's like you just have to look. Like the attention and the energy just goes to that being, and she just has that, and it's in every syllable that she sings.
What's that term? Every fiber of her being, right? Just like in that presence. You know, and going on just that every syllable comment in what Eric was saying earlier. This is, I'm just going to bring up my 7 dimensions graph here. Just talking about tone, which you've mentioned many times and will continue for the rest of the day when it comes to Lara, and articulation. So in the 7 dimensions of singing, this is the technique we use at Throga that I developed, and it's rooted in how the muscles interact with each other, right? So tone refers to the pharynx, which is broken up into 3 sections. You've got the laryngopharynx, the oropharynx, nasopharynx. It's basically the throat that's cultivating the core, the majority of the sound that you're hearing my amazing voice today in. And we all have that. You know, there's some genetic component to it, the shape and size of the space, shape and size of the tongue, but also just how we use those muscles. We can soften or flatten the walls of the throat. That gives it more, it makes it easier for sound to bounce in and create overtones, or they can become coarse and that absorbs sound, just like a sound studio. So you can dampen frequencies. So you have that, but you also have the mouth cavity, and then you've got your nasal cavity, or what's left of it in my case. And combined, that creates the identifiable, we'll say, sonic fingerprint that we each have when we speak and that we can manipulate when we sing. So tone and articulation are next to each other because articulation is lips, tongue, and jaw. And when you move your jaw, your lips, and your tongue, all those muscles will highlight or dampen or manipulate in some way the tone that was there. So to have independence, this is my point to bring this up, to have independence of tone, getting the sound that she has and that she can manipulate, while clearly identifying every consonant and every intentional vowel at the same time, is why these two on this graph would just be maxed out, because that is not an easy feat. Most of us, when we go to sing, the tongue would pull back. I like to use this example commonly of just like our national anthem, in the land of the fry. You hear people sing fry, right? Because it's easier to get that higher note and to make it loud by shaping the vowel in a different way. It's a bit of a cheat, and we've kind of become numb to it because we hear most people sing that way. And we don't want an obnoxious in the land of the free either. There's a space in between that cultivates a tone, and you can still not sacrifice the vowel. Anyway, I don't hear any of those sacrifices taking place when she's singing. And I hear a little bit of her accent come through, which I love because I think that's part of that fingerprint. But she can sing in multiple languages as well. But it's never sacrificed for the tone, and it's never sacrificed just to get the pitch. It's just wonderful.
I say what you're talking about. I see what you're talking.
Okay, well, let me find the middle of where were we?
There's one moment she's like profile and she's looking up, and it's just so.
Yes.
Like she's just. I don't even know what to say about it. It's just. She's beautiful. So in it.
All right, so song number 2. This is called "Piece of Sky."
Yeah, I also want to point out too. I always just get a kick out of, like an artist that's a giant in their respective field. And she's definitely more. She's a pop singer, right? She's a commercial pop singer, but then she can also be, just throw that aside in a sense and also be one of the greatest Broadway singers to ever live as well. It's like, it's so cool that they people that can do that.
Yeah, it's rare. They exist, but they're far and few between.
I found.
I'm not sure I'm in the right spot. Okay.
The day I found.
song.
Can you
Oh.
understand me? And even though I knew at any moment I could fall,
Oh, they overlap.
I felt the most. Papa, can you see me? Amazing things. Can you understand me?
Oh, thanks, Julie.
Things you can't imagine if you've never flown at all. Though it's safer to stay on the ground. Sometimes we're dead to rise. They're the sweetest of pleasures are found. No matter where I go, there'll be memories that tuck at my sleeve. But they will also be more to question, yet more to believe. So tell me where is that someone who will turn to look at me and to want to share my every sweet imagined possibility? The more I live, yes, the more I learn. The more I learn, the more I realize. The less I know, each step I take. Papa, of a voice now, each page I turn. Papa, of a choice now, it's my life trampled only means the more I have to go. What's wrong with wanting more? If you can have love and soul, wherever there is, why settle for just a piece of sky? Papa, I can see you. Papa, I can feel you. Papa, I can hear you. Papa, watch me
Lovely.
She gives and absorbs. I think there's such an amazing reciprocation.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. See, here's the thing. The first couple performances that we watched, which weren't as like we said, overly accentuating like the belty type stuff. It was more a little bit more of an artistic approach, more storytelling, more a little broken up. And these ones are definitely more like showing her belty side. I was a fan before I even knew that she.
Oh, we didn't need this.
No, we didn't. I was like her biggest fan even before this, and now it's just like, God, she just has it all. She really has it all.
The skills just keep showing up, in these different variables, and then because we knew her acting level and her ability to communicate through her body and her eyes and obviously her voice. And I imagine too, because we did take a little criticism on that, we didn't dissect her voice as much early on, which is fine. We try to learn from comments, right? But we break down the voice and technical stuff all the time. But when you have someone that just engages your unconscious mind, the emotional side of things, on a human level, that requires so much more vulnerability and risk and fearlessness on the singer's side of things, I can't help but elevate that as something that needs to be addressed first, because that
Right.
just consumes your body. And then you realize, oh, it was also done really well. Like you said, it was like the skills were amazing too.
Yeah.
It's just the overlapping of it is just amazing.
Well, at the heart of it, that's the most important thing in music. It's can you convey
It's the art.
an emotion? Can you convey something that is unspoken? I mean, that's the magic. That's why they call it God's language. God speaks through music because it is something that transcends, our sort of intellectual mind. So it's like, if you got somebody that can really channel that, it's like you want to enjoy that aspect of it, and just try to take in as much as you can, and then afterwards you try to analyze it a little bit.
And obviously that's where, in our own time, like we go back and like hear things to just sometimes just pure enjoyment, but also it's just kind of like take it in a little bit. Someone suggested a while ago that after, maybe the year end kind of thing, like go back after like the key performances and react to our reactions and what we missed. That might take a month, but she would be a great candidate for that kind of scenario. Cause you can only process so much hearing a single song with this caliber at once.
Richard?
Yes.
One comment. To your point, Lara is a vocal coach, the most requested one in Quebec and France. And she said to the contestants that you have to learn technique, vocal skills and technique, just to forget about it. You have to,
yes.
You have to learn it to navigate all the constraints, to be free afterward, and to be free to focus on the story and the emotion.
Yes.
Exactly.
I use this quote all the time. It's in my book too. Picasso's quote is learn the rules like a pro so you can break them like an artist. That is the path I promote, and that's what I use, that 7-dimension graph and all that stuff is to help you understand in the mindset of the vocal gym and learn and comprehend your instrument to enhance it. And then you throw all that out and feel. You let that automation, tell the story. And it takes a lot of work to make it sound like you didn't do anything. It's really an incredible art form.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
She's trained, in fact, and she continues to be trained on a daily basis as an opera soprano. She has been trained 10 years as an operatic soprano, and the only reason she moved to pop is because she's a songwriter, and she could not have used this skill of songwriter in the opera world, but otherwise she would have stayed there.
Right, yeah, and which is great because it lets her artistically express herself in multiple dimensions, in multiple ways too. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, so it's kind of like what I was saying, just in reverse. So she's actually, at heart, she's more of a opera, musical theater singer, and then, she became one of the greatest pop stars to live too. So just because she wanted to, it's pretty sweet.
Amazing. Okay, so we are going to jump into, this is her duet with Johnny Hallyday, Requiem pour Fink IV. I think I'm saying it close to being correct. Yes. Requiem. Okay. That's what we're going to call it. All right, here we go. Are they in the rain?
N'approchez pas, que vous soyez flic ou badaud, je tue celui qui fait un pas, je ne ferai pas de cadeau.
well, he commands your attention right away.
Yes, he sure does.
It's like, yes, sir. just the conviction in his tone and his delivery immediately grabbing you. I want to hear that setup one more time.
Yes.
Je sais pas que vous soyez flic ou bateau, je tue celui qui fait un pas. Je ne ferai pas de cadeau. Éteignez tous ces projecteurs et baissez vos fusils braqués. Non, je ne vais pas m'envoler sans elle.
Dites au curé, dites au pasteur qu'ailleurs ils aillent se faire pendre. Le diable est passé de bonheur et mon âme n'est plus à
okay.
Si
Nope.
vous me laissez cette nuit, alors je vous donnerai ma vie. À quoi me servirait ma vie sans lui?
N'était qu'un fou et par amour, elle a fait de moi un fou d'amour. Le jour se lève, la nuit pâlit. Les chasseurs et les chiens ont faim. C'est l'heure de sonner la lali. Mais la bête doit mourir ce matin.
Je vais ouvrir grand les volets. Crevez-moi le cœur, je suis prête. Je peux m'endormir pour toujours, pour toujours. C'était son corps.
Je l'aimais tant que pour la garder, je l'ai tuée. Je ne suis qu'un fou.
Tu n'es qu'un fou.
Un fou d'amour. Un pauvre fou qui meurt d'amour. Qui meurt d'amour.
Tu meurs d'amour.
Qui meurt d'amour.
Yeah. Did they do it? Sophia, you got it wrong. I think the face is got to have a little teardrop coming down his face. This is my default face, by the way, when I'm really concentrating it into something. I always go like this. And Richard is a mess. Richard is a
Screw
mess.
you guys.
Oh, you old softy. You old softy. Oh, man, she rocked out that time. We haven't heard that tone, that really guttural, like, rock scream.
When she came...
Do you need a moment? Do you need a moment?
I swear I'm not like this when I'm not listening to music.
Oh my goodness. Real quick,
Go ahead.
so while you're gathering yourself, the song itself, it actually was kind of, it was similar to that, what was it called? Was it Adagio thing? So again, in a B flat minor. So really kind of just vamping on that chord progression, and they're just like rocking out. They're just back and forth, just singing over that. Beautiful. Okay, I'm done. Are you good? Oh, what an actress too. Man, she's just...
Oh, I mean, it's like she's...
I can't see it. I can't see it.
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
Eddie's...
where's that?
Eddie hears it.
Eddie likes it too. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, hold on one second.
Yeah, you can let Eddie out.
Hold on.
So let me talk about this real quick. So while here, we'll bring in Shirley. A moment of fuzzy goodness. Bring a smile to my face. A lot of female singers that I hear, especially in the pop realm, and sometimes in Broadway too. Sometimes when the artists bring in that extra grit or that growl, things like that, there's something just a little, and I'm not going to say any specific names because I don't think that's fair, but there's just a superficiality that takes place. It's like that, like they add this like the growl, and sometimes it just feels like I'm going to take this obnoxious tree ornament and put it in the middle of the tree. It's just, it doesn't like, it doesn't belong there. It's just something about it doesn't feel sincere.
Yeah.
And when she puts this in, it doesn't have that growl just for the sake of growl effect. She allows for that. And by the way, that comes from a little bit, her larynx is lifting up a little bit. You've got the pharyngeal muscles closing in, and that's kind of disturbing the frequencies a little bit. Excuse me. And tears don't add to the situation very well.
No, that's disturbing your frequency too. Yeah, no, that rock tone, it was just that grit. It was like embedded in her tone. It wasn't. It just seemed very authentic.
It's the right amount that just gives it that authentic feel. Which is, I mean, is there another word for her than authentic?
Authenticity, yeah.
I mean, and then the tone, that ring that we hear every time in every song, and those belted tones, it's just like carries over everything, just so perfectly.
Yeah, and going back to what you were saying about her articulation, independence from her tone, because her tone is so, especially when she gets up to that higher register, it's so broad, and it's so like open sounding. To be able to still have the articulation come through so clear, it's pretty incredible.
I bet she would be a fantastic ventriloquist. Just because
she's probably the greatest one ever. Yeah.
She just hasn't divulged it. But that require same thing: tone separation from articulation, and just.
Yeah.
I could rewatch this song many times over. I'm not going to do that because we have a few more songs to get to that we need to, and we're pushing the time here.
Just want to say that you witness one of the most legendary duets in the French-speaking world. So this is this has been voted as one of the best duets ever, and this is one that there are on TV shows every quarter. There is a TV show explaining the backstage of this performance. There are things, new things being told about it. It made Lara really. She's already started to be a superstar in France, but with this one, she became incredible.
Just sealed the deal with it, and obviously the intimacy that is implied in that, relationship with, in the song with Johnny, it's like, should we be watching this? Is this public? It's just because it was so intense.
Yeah, and it's really tough to do that too.
In fact, she said that she was not so. She was very impressed. It was to sing with him, to sing with in such a big stadium, and that he was here to, and those physical contacts was also a way to get comforted by him on delivering and giving it all. So, and he told her because he made something, he downgraded a little bit his own mic to make Lara shine even better. So he tuned down his own mic for Lara to shine better, and he told her, "Give it all. It's your time. I'm here to support and give it all." And later he said, "Lara is me as a woman. She gives it all. She's indecent emotionally. She's not afraid of how she looks like. It's all about the story and the world." So.
Yes, and that she comes through in her tone. That's part of it. I think her willingness to let her whole body tell the story shows up. It reflects in the sound of her voice for sure. And we could say that about anybody, obviously, but to the degree in which she allows it is why her tone is just so in sync with her body language and vice versa. So while we have you on, Johnny, do you have something to say real quick?
Just pointing out how challenging it can be to sing in such close proximity to somebody. You have to really tuned in. So there's, the famous scene in The Sound of Music where they're at Maria and the captain are in the gazebo, and it's the nighttime scene, and they're like professing their love, and they're singing like face to face, right? They said it took them hours to get through that scene because they kept laughing because it's just so
uncomfortable,
awkward to sing that close, and you have to be really dialed in. And it's like you couldn't pick two better singers, with Johnny and Lara that are just so, in their performance to make that happen. Because if you step out of that moment for a second and you think how ridiculous this is what we're doing, like as an act, you can break up. So it's
right with just people
awesome.
watching.
But it comes across.
Yeah.
I still can't understand how Johnny has not become deaf with Lara belting on his ear like she did.
Yeah, I'm sure. I was going to say, yeah, some people, right. Yeah, just singing with her next to you. Yeah, I think you can pull it together. Yeah.
Amazing. All right, so we have a few more for everybody. And let's see. Eric, if you can, while you're here, if you want to go ahead and set up the next set of songs. We're closing with Caruso. Sorry, I see that continuously coming in the chat if you're new here.
Can you remind me the next song title?
Oh, sorry, yeah. So we have You Are Not From Here and For Always is our next set. And Caruso is our closer.
So You Are Not From Here, very briefly. It's the song, the other song composed with Walter, the same Walter from Broken Vow. But here it was the Walter. Song when the same Walter, and here is the song when she fell in love together. and that's a real love song. And there is an interview at the beginning where she explained when she discovered she was a singer. And I can tell you, and I will post it in the comments, she doesn't remind that well as a song she was mimicking as a young baby, because I will send it to you. It's the most insane vocalization ever. It's very hard, and if she was doing that at that age, she was already a genius. So she is so the girl she was mimicking was known in the opera world as the best voice in the world at that time in the 70s, and she so it tells a lot. And then the next song is for Johnny, because it's a duet with Josh Roberts. And the story behind this duet is this is a song composed by John Williams.
My favorite.
In this performance, this is with the Boston Pop Orchestra, and this is led by John Williams himself. And
Nice.
this is a song composed for Steven Spielberg's AI, artificial intelligence.
Okay. Yeah.
So Lara has a solo version in the soundtrack of this movie, and they also have this duet version. The solo, I found it better. Sorry for Josh, but there is no live rendition of the solo. We have this duet, which is great already.
Okay.
And so that's it. You will see Joss and Lara, and it's through their encounter for this duet that Joss learned about Lara, explored his art catalog, and wanted to cover Broken Love.
Okay. Very cool.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Eric. So helpful.
All right.
Yeah,
So-
real quick. Also, thank you to Jacqueline and Joy Robinson. We love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you
your
very,
support.
very much.
Last word, the first song is also on the venue of Rich, because it's about sustaining a note long enough. We will see.
Oh, okay. That should be fun.
Yes.
All right. Here we go. So this is from the Lara with Love concert again. You're Not From Here. All right, by the way, and thank you again for the requests coming in. We appreciate that. We have today, I mean, normally we do live requests and we interact with, but we have our scheduled program this time because there are so many to pick from. And so Eric, based on our request, we wanted to couple things together in a certain way and get a wider scope of her artistry and range, things like that. So that's why he did that for us today. But we will obviously be coming back tomorrow, Lara. So stay tuned as far as that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course, you have many stories when you have
First
that
I've heard her
moment
talk.
where you discover music.
No, we did last time,
one of those
before
stories
Broken
is
Bow.
We did.
happened in the car with.
Don't lie to our audience. We can't. It's not nice.
I was testing them to see if they were paying attention. I'm always paying attention.
Well, of course, you have many stories when you have that moment where you discover music, and one of those stories is happened in the car with my dad. I was 5 years old, and a young lady was vocalizing on the radio. She was called Eve Brenner, and she was singing something that was going na 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 something going like
That's
this.
a cool little impromptu.
And as a baby, being 5 years old, I actually did that. No effort, in the same way. And I remember my dad stopped the car. He pulled over. And he went, "What happened? What did you do?" And I went, I don't know. He said, "What is this?" And I said, "Dad, I'm a singer." And he went, No. You want to be a singer. I said, No, I am a singer. And so he rushed home, opened the doors, and he screamed through the kitchen and he said, "Lulu," and that's my mommy, "Lulu, we have a problem. Your daughter is a singer."
Can you stop that real quick? That's a
Yeah.
great point. I mean, I think a lot of being a singer is that attitude of like, I'm a singer. And that's something like, that I've always struggled with because I'm like, oh, I'm a piano player that sings sometimes. And it's like, you know, if you don't have that, like, no, I'm a singer.
Yes.
You know, that can affect
can
things.
be both. It is, because your instrument is hardwired to your brain, and that's the problem as a singer. That's why there's a lot of egos, a lot of challenges, and a lot of difficulties in cultivating a career in singing, because everything you experience in life directly affects your instrument. The piano, you know, it's like this. What chord is this?
It's a C chord.
How do you know? So the piano doesn't care that I'm sick right now. That's still a C. But if
that's why I like the piano.
but if I want to sing that C5, my instrument, obviously I'm sick, that plays a role, but the idea of just the emotional, that mental, the possibility of a mental block. If you think this is your highest note, if you think you're not good enough, if you think something, then your body is going to reflect those tensions and those barriers. And so, yes, singing becomes so much more difficult if you don't embrace that.
And that's why, like a singer, you know, that's where the diva thing comes in, and singers having these huge egos, because that's sometimes
it's a
part of what goes with it, because it's like that confidence, like, I'm a singer, and it's like sometimes you have to have that ego to have that fearlessness, and like, I'm this is who I am, you know,
but when you
cockiness
have
almost.
Part of it isn't maybe some intellectualism, but when you have the awareness, is a better word, when you have the awareness of that, you can also be extremely humble, and obviously that's what we see in Lara, and we see in Dimash, and yeah,
I think those cases where they have the confidence of somebody with an ego, but still remain that humility, that's a rare combination, and when you find that, it's like a magical thing.
But the ones that are truly ego based aren't working at it.
Yeah,
and that's what we're seeing. Her, she's still studying, she's teaching, and she's learning while she's teaching. That's the process. As you can,
and as Eric says, she still sounds the same today as she did 20 years
because
ago, 25
she works
years ago.
at it. Yeah,
yeah,
it's incredible.
Nice. These songs are great.
I don't know what is going on. You turn around and touch my arm. A silent moment speaks the truth. Something has happened all at once. It should have scared me in advance, but I was falling in those eyes of yours, and so fear was gone. I knew there was nothing else I'd ever want. I know you're not from here. I've waited for you to appear. The greatness of your soul makes me believe. You're not from here, not from this here and now. Just a touch of yours, and I fly, and I fly. I can get used to missing you.
I want to hear that again. All her little inflections in her head voice, just clean, just so well placed. Again, without sacrificing the vowel shape, the formant, as we talked about before. And then this crescendo, just to increase the air pressure and just expand the tone. It's just so well executed.
Is there a better combination of pure and breathy tone that you've ever heard? Like, somehow she simultaneously has both. It's just this crystal...
Without them interfering with each other.
Yeah, it's like this crystal clear tone, but this also cool, breathy... Yeah, just I don't... What's another word for breathy? I don't want to say husky, because that sounds derogatory, but it's like, there's just that, like, little... breathiness. I don't know. Inspire me.
What'd you say? I don't know what he's saying.
I'm saying she has a velvet tone. She has
Velvet.
Ooh.
Yes.
All right,
Thank
you're
you,
hired.
Eric.
Velvet.
Perfect.
It's soft, but it's got a little bit of a hair.
Yes. That's a great word for it.
Not from this here and now, just a touch of yours, and I fly.
Oh, I love that.
And I fly.
So clear.
Voice, fold slowly, thicken, air pressure underneath, open the throat.
I can get used to missing you. If this is how it's gotta be, I'll need an angel to watch over me. No one can hold the hands of time, but I can hold you in my mind over and over like
There's that.
a melody.
The dance between it almost flirting with falsetto. The folds are even at its thinnest, but mostly like head voice. She had a moment of falsetto, and then into the chest voice again without altering the tone. It's still identifiably her through all of that, and then the shaping of the vowels as we've talked about. But then also she adds a little bit of that. I used the word hair before. Again, not a pretty word, but like that little, just subtle edge and just in a certain range of frequency up high, maybe around the, I don't know, 5,000 hertz, something in that range. But
Like a melody for now.
I missed it, sorry.
No one can hold the hands of time, but I can hold you in my mind over and over
Right there, that-
like a melody.
Comes right out of the vocal. So she has airiness, vocal fry, clear tone, chest voice, head voice, all in the same, just woven together in a way that just you just dance through it.
And she's one of those singers too. It's like you don't want her to have, you want her to have her sound. You know, it's like we've reacted to other singers like Xiao Shen, who's a master of, he has
like, his sound that
disguise
we can
his voice,
but then disguise.
But he can do, he can sound like a completely different 50 completely different people,
which is
and
amazing
that's
skill set.
amazing too. And that's perfect for him. For her, it's like she just has the Lara sound, and I don't want to hear anything different than the Lara sound.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It would be uncomfortable hearing her sound not like her, you know.
Yeah.
Because it's just so, like you said, just has this balance of perfection.
And you just never get tired of it, because she just does so much within that sound, and it's, you know, she has 1,000 ways of conveying emotion, so it's it never gets stale.
Yeah.
I'll stand still. For now, I'll be fooled by the memory of your skin. I know you're not from here. I've waited for you to appear, to take my breath away and make me weep. You're not from here, not from this here and now. Just a touch of
hard that is? What she just did?
Probably very. Yeah. Now, as we go on, you can definitely hear the, the Barbra Streisand influence, which, I mean, was just amazing.
Yeah.
Which is great.
I don't know how many times we had her rendition of singing "Memory" from Cats on an album, and I just wore that album out with Barbara, just a billion times over. Her decrescendo that's taking place. We talked before about the crescendo, right? It's just like the folds are slowly thickening. It's the vocalis muscle just tightening just a little bit, contracting rather, with air pressure increasing, opening the space. It kind of like expands the sound. She's doing it in reverse here, which is way more difficult in terms of how you're using your air and just these little muscles that are this big moving in a way that you can't even feel directly. So it's a sense of mixed with intuition, with just that thousands and thousands and thousands of hours that she's put into her instrument here and executing in such a delicate point of the song. I want to hear it again. Pulling back, and then sustaining. Oh,
God, there's this resonance too that she gets.
Oh, that's the ring. It's that overtone that's just...
Yeah.
Amazing smile.
Thank you.
What a concert this is. What's that, the fourth performance we've seen from that? That's from
Bar
that
with
show?
Love. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably end up circling back and just rewatching the whole thing.
Probably.
I think that's a good idea as well. We'll add it to the list. All right, so this is Lara and Josh Groban for Always, and this was in 2002. So this is 22 years ago.
And this is with John Williams? Is that what Eric was saying?
I believe that's what Eric was saying, yes.
Yes. This is the orchestra and...
All right, perfect.
I close my eyes, and there in the shadows I see a light. You come to me out of my dreams across the night.
Every T, every S, every M. Just
Take my hand,
their identifiable tone.
though you may be so many stars away. I know that our spirits and souls are one.
We've circled the moon and we've touched the sun.
So here we'll stay for always, forever, beyond here and unto eternity. For always and ever, for us there's no time and no space. no barrier love won't erase.
Wherever you go, I still know in my heart you will be
With me from this day on, I'm certain that I'll never be alone.
I know what my heart must have always known.
Know what my heart must have known.
That love has a power that's
I mean, that works.
That that definitely works. What a great,
Great
she's a
pairing.
great solo performer, but she's really good at duets, which is it's a different thing. It's a different thing, and I mean, she just complements whoever she's singing with perfectly, and she can get just that right balance of, you have to exude that solo tone where it's like she's featured, but then pull back a little bit, blend your tone with who you're singing with. And I mean, the way that she's just like staring in his eyes, and it's so believable. Sometimes it's hard to just stare into somebody's eyes when you're talking to them. It's like, can be, it's awkward. So she just never has it. It's just so genuine.
She's even leaning forward. It's just like, we're not close enough. It's like you could see her like pulling him in,
Yeah.
It just, again, going to her emotive awareness and everything. And at the same time, you don't feel, as an audience member, I can't imagine, because obviously we're watching this on video versus being present, but as an audience member, I can't imagine feeling left out. Very often, it's like, look into the audience's eyes, or, make sure you're engaging them. Unless you're a character, obviously there's the fourth wall and you're acting and everything else, which is kind of what she does anyway. But she's got this great balance. It's like when she addresses the audience, you can feel it. But when she's not, she's able to maintain this intimacy, in this case with Josh, where you just feel like you're welcomed to witness this love, as opposed to feeling like being disconnected from it.
Yeah,
because of
like
the
a great
believability.
movie. It's like you're sucked into the story, as opposed to being included. In a performance. Yeah,
and her tone just cutting right above this orchestra, and and not just because it's a higher range than what Josh is singing, because obviously that makes it easier to identify somebody's notes over somebody else when there's a separation. They're not an octave apart. Where are they? Generally, it moves, but like, how far apart are they in terms of range? The main melody.
They're like a sixth apart.
Okay.
So so if she's singing like in C sharp, he'll be singing E below it. So C sharp 5. He'll be singing the E5.
So wait, say it again.
So if she's on the C sharp 5.
Oh, up here, right? And he's.
And then he's on the E below that, so the E5. Regular E.
This is an E.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were doing... Oh, I couldn't hear it that well. There we go.
E flat?
There you go. So, regular E. Yep, and then it resolves to the B and E flat.
Ah, okay.
There we go.
So, move there. I'm like, you don't know I'm playing an E? Are you broken? What happens?
I think I was there in my note.
So my point of bringing this up is that, there's a clear separation when this is, a sixth apart, like you're saying, just even in that moment. So it's easy to distinguish two different voices. But because she could be here, right? Go an octave under, and it's the same notes. But because the tone, the overtones that she has, is just like that bell, that crystal presence that's there. You could hear it even if they were right next to each other. It would just cut through in a way. That's one of the things that makes her so identifiable and so special as a singer. All right, let's keep this song
Keep
going.
rolling.
For always,
Forever.
beyond here and unto eternity.
Love those lower notes there.
For always.
And ever
Now open
Good
it up to
example.
the audience.
will be a
So good example right there.
You'll be a part.
Of
So
what?
they're singing the same note. So da da da. So the B to C sharp 4.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So and he sounds like it's the same note, but
But
because of their
completely
registers,
independent
it
of
sounds,
each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For always.
and ever you'll be a
You'll be a part of me. And for always.
Hold on. Oh, that was so good.
Oh my god. Speaking of,
Hold on. There he is.
speaking of a
Wow.
perfect concert to be at, I mean, John Williams is one of my personal heroes, and then seeing one of my new favorite singers, and then obviously Josh Groban's amazing too.
So we do have one more song to get to. Before we get into that, I'm going to take on a request to see Anatomical Naked Guy here. This is for you, Chris. Hold on. I want to talk about something that Lara's doing that's just so incredible. Let me pull it up here.
Right. Try to settle yourself, Chris. There's going to be a lot of excitement happening shortly.
Let me find it. Wait, no, I got the wrong thing. So what I want to address is the muscles that she uses for let's use this. Okay. All right. I pulled it up. 1 second.
I feel like we need some stripper music when this comes on.
Hey, behave yourself. Okay, so very often we were talking about tone before, so I'm going to kind of connect this to how she's able to maintain the tone, because the resonant space, of course, is in the pharynx, oral cavity, nasal cavity, like we talked about. So that's where the sound is being cultivated. But to regulate that, a big part of that is how you're breathing. So this is I'm just going to highlight the blue parts are the lungs, right? So that's the lobes of the lungs that we're seeing here. Okay, we're missing a few limbs. Don't be distracted by that. When you inhale, this is the diaphragm right here. This basically splits the thoracic cavity from the abdominal cavity. I mean, it covers, you can see, it just covers that whole space underneath. So the diaphragm's role is when you inhale, is it contracts downward.
So what's the Jurassic cavity again?
Did I say no? Thoracic. As
I
in
know.
thorax.
Just give me an opportunity to play a John Williams song. Continue, sorry.
That's great. So the diaphragm's role primarily is to inhale. You know, a lot of times singers hear like, oh, you sing from the diaphragm, things like that. It's a very confusing statement because the diaphragmatic intention when we're breathing is primarily the inhalation. So when that part, what's lit up in blue, contracts downward, that pulls on the lungs. That's what creates a suction that draws air inwards. Okay, so these are the inhalation muscles. They're also along the sides of the rib. This is the exterior. These are the. Wait, where is? That's what I wanted. The external intercostal muscles. I was pulling the wrong one. So primarily the external intercostal muscles around the rib cage and the diaphragm work to, pull on the lungs to draw air in. The challenge for singers is how to release. It's that disengagement of those muscles, and for those you have to for that process you have to release those muscles, but you also have to engage other muscles. And this is usually towards the end of the breath. So you hear these long, amazing notes that she's sustaining with that clear, consistent, ring and tone without it being disturbed or disrupted, if you will, from the exchange of air. So those muscles that we just talked about have to release, but then you start bringing in the internal intercostal muscles, which are also woven in and around the rib cage, that can now start to compress on the lungs. So first it's just releasing, and then you get to a certain state where if you have to keep going for these longer notes, especially when she's belting out, now you have to transition from releasing to bringing these other muscles to squeezing. Okay?
I don't look bored. I'm listening and concentrating, okay?
This is Johnny's learning face. And then you have 3 different sets of abdominal muscles. I think you're projecting. I think that's what's happening.
Yeah, I think so too. You and Bibby, okay?
So then you have layers of muscles. You got the rectus abdominis, or the transversus rectus abdominis, and then the oblique muscles around your abdominal range, that when these muscles compress, that squeezes your internal organs, which in turn pushes up on your diaphragm and comes underneath the lungs that squeeze. So my point of bringing all this craziness up is when you release the air initially, you get to the end of the note, and then you have to go from spending the air, releasing the air, to compressing. You usually can hear beginner and intermediate level singers when they transition. You can hear like a tension give, or there's an imbalance that takes place. Her consistency, the fluidity between the release of the inhalation muscles transitioning to the exhalation muscles for those long moments is absolutely masterful. It's just so slick. And then to have that organization of those muscles and then communicate those very large muscles with these teeny tiny muscles to stabilize the vocal folds to maintain that pitch is just absolutely incredible. And her balance there is amazing. I'm done. Class is over. We're going to move on to enjoying music again.
I also had a thought. Instead of stripper music, maybe I could do like adult movie music from the 80s.
My God. I've lost control.
Put Anatomical Naked Guy on for 1 second.
No, Eric, help me out, man.
Full body shot.
We have to reel Johnny in. Oh, you're on mute.
That's what I play every single time.
I just wanted to comment on the duet side. She is amazing at duet because she always takes care of giving space.
Yes.
And giving the ability to the other to shine. She always favors the common story, the joint story, to her own performance. And often she restrains herself. In some of the duets, she's completely, she's not doing too much. She just lets the other shine. And that's, you mentioned that Dimash is a beautiful human being. She's the same. She is absolutely the same. When she enters, she's known in the music business. When she enters a room to say hello to everybody, all technicians, and everybody in the room, she greets them, and she's humble. And I will send you sometimes some videos where you will see she's not only humble, but she's hilarious, and she has a kinky side that all fans love about her. She's crazy. She's making self-mockery and things like that.
That's awesome.
She is absolutely delightful.
Yeah, we will definitely be continuing to dive into the story. So we have one more song today. Thank everybody for hanging out with us. We're excited about this last one. It's been asked for since we actually before we even reacted to our first song of Lara. Caruso was brought up in many comments. So this was a long time coming. We're glad we're finally here. We're going to watch it from Lara with Love. Eric, can you set up the song a little bit, what we're about to hear?
It's a song that Lucio Dalla, a wonderful singer-composer from Italia, has created in 1986. And he created it when it's about Enrico Caruso, who was the first global singing superstar in the early 20th century. He was an opera tenor, famous everywhere around the world. And in fact, Lucio Dalla, he made a step in a hotel in Sorrento near Naples. And what he saw, in fact, he was in the room that Caruso had occupied just a few days before his death. And so the hotel manager told him about this, triggered the will to create this story about the last days of Caruso, telling while he's dying his young wife that he loves her, remembering his own career. So there was a lot of people who have covered this masterpiece. So Lucio Dalla is the original performer, absolute reference. But there was Iglesias, there was Luciano Pavarotti, a famous one.
Awesome.
Josh Groban again, with a shortened version produced by David Foster, and even Metallica. So it's a famous song, but honestly, you will listen to the way Lara delivers it. She's the only one that does not go on the demonstration side, to the power showcasing side, but she goes to the story, the last days of Enrico Caruso, and how he loved his wife before dying.
Wow. Okay.
Awesome.
Well, thank you for that setup, and we're going to see you one more time after this. So make sure you stay on the line, Eric. We want to say goodbye before we're done with the session, okay? All right, so let's switch over.
Hope this is a sexy song.
Will you stop? By the way, thank you so much for the coffees that came in. Carolyn, thank you very much. Good morning to you as well. And
oh yeah, sweet Carolyn.
Bum, bum, bum.
Good times never seem so good.
And Jacqueline, thank you as well. So she wrote, "I like to see your team. Richard speaks, Johnny listens, but he doesn't behave. Just because he's listening doesn't mean he's behaving." All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Caruso è la canzone di Lucio Dalla, è una delle più belle canzoni che è mai stata scritta, secondo me. E poi è una canzone che può essere cantata da un uomo o da una donna con la stessa espressione, con la stessa sincerità. And when you hear that, just that voice coming out of nowhere when he starts singing "Qui dove il mare luccica e dove tira forte il vento su una vecchia terrazza", you just see Italy. It's all there. That's probably the most sensitive part of me.
She's got to be a great
relates
interview
to my
because
mom
half of it's
and my
spoken, half
grandma.
of it's her singing. It's
Right.
Qui dove il mare luccica e dove tira forte il vento su una vecchia terrazza davanti al golfo di Sorrento. Un uomo abbraccia una ragazza dopo che aveva pianto, poi si schiarisce la voce e ricomincia il canto. Te voglio bene assai, ma tanto bene sai, è una catena ormai che scioglie il sangue di te. Le luci in mezzo al mare, le sole notti là in America, erano solo le lampare, la bianca scia di un'elica. Se Senti il dolore nella musica, scelso dal pianoforte. Ma quando vide la luna uscire da una nuvola, gli sembrò più dolce anche la morte. Guardo.
How does she fit that many syllables and that many consonants in so tight and fast and yet flows? It's just butter.
Well, here's how she does it. No, I have no idea. I don't know. But yeah, like
I will listen.
and I was
Break it down.
Melodically, also with this song, it's just like she can just take one note, like nope. And I can't. I don't remember. But it's like so interesting.
Yeah, because even if it is just the one note, the folds are vibrating at that constant speed. You have all of the, again, independence between articulation and tone. You have the lips, tongue, and jaw muscles actively moving, disrupting the airflow, the sound waves trying to get out of your mouth. Like whatever's happening here, this is constantly disrupting that flow, and that gives what's called back pressure, which makes it harder to stabilize the folds. When you're going that quick and just have that consistent tone is because she's able to control the tone independent of articulation that we just keep coming back to. Just
il dolore nella musica, scelso dal pianoforte. Ma quando vide la luna uscire da una nuvola, gli sembrò più dolce anche la morte. Guardo negli occhi la ragazza, gli occhi verdi come
texture there.
Poi all'improvviso uscì una lacrima e lui credette di affogare. Te voglio bene assai, ma tanto bene sai. È una catena ormai che scioglie il sangue di te bene sai. La potenza della lirica, dove ogni dramma è un falso, che con un po' di trucco e con la mimica, sai, puoi anche diventare un altro. Così diventa tutto piccolo, anche le sole notti là in America. Ti volti e vedi la tua vita come la scia di un'elica.
She's like, it's like a pitched fry, so that da 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 right there. So it's like the folds again vibrating a little irregularly, giving it almost like a strobe effect that gives it that weird little overtone. But the tuning of her throat is in line with the pitch that she wants, so that gives it like that. So she stays in tune while disrupting the regular vibration speed of the folds. It's just
in America ti volti e vedi la tua vita come la scia di
just a cool conversational moment.
Te voglio bene assai, ma tanto bene sai. È una catena ormai che scioglie il sangue di te bene sai. Te voglio bene assai, ma tanto bene sai. È una catena ormai che scioglie il sangue At the piano, Charles Barber.
She's incredible, man. She's freaking incredible.
What a beautiful song. Oh, that set up to the chorus. It's just like this, like, I just love that build. It just kind of takes you from like that quick pace. So there's construction going on outside. Don't know if you knew that.
That would be a construction outside in my house, actually.
Oh, it's was it yours?
Yeah, it's
I
me.
It was coming on mine.
My brother's out back working on the deck.
So, but there's this, that fast-paced, rapid, conversational thing going on in the verse, and then it's like this reset of bum, dum, just musically the way it's crafted is so well done. And then, of course, her tone leading
this
it.
song just had all the elements, that you could possibly want. You had the rapid thing, the artistic approach, but also just the pure belting delivery. And even within that belting delivery, I mean, there was like that more broad, a little bit overly velvety, breathy tone, but then also just a little bit more narrow sounding, a little clearer, a little pure at times. Just had everything. And pitch perfect.
Oh.
It's like... We tend to not talk about pitch because I don't know. Why don't we talk about it? Probably because it's sort of like on the hierarchy of importance. It's almost like it's important, but like not as much as the tone, the delivery. It's
a challenging conversation because pitch is typically what the general public satisfies. Like you have to check that box to say if you are a good singer or not. Right, that's generally what we speak of. It's like if you can sing in tune, then you can sing. That's kind of like just a bit of the cultural expectation. So when you have someone in tune, that means you can sing. Obviously, that's not always the case. There's incredible artists out there that have quite the career. Bob Dylan comes to mind.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last decade he was necessarily on pitch per se, but he has an incredible fan base with his storytelling and his art and everything else. It's not my cup of tea, but it's like I get it.
But it gets through to people.
It gets through to people. It gets through to the people that are in line with that. So that's part of it's art. We like different mediums. But that being said, when it is in tune and it is that accurate, mixed with all those other elements, it is something special. It obviously requires
really
a different level of skill. And when you're singing this style of music, if she was off key, outside of an emotional moment or whatever, that would be very acceptable. It wouldn't work. Not in this type of scoring. Not in this setting.
But that last note,
on
it couldn't have been any more perfect. Can we just hear that very last note? Just.
I will be so happy to indulge.
Yeah.
Backing up a little bit, sorry.
Che scioglie il sangue di te bene sa, di te bene sa.
Oh, she just hits that moment right there. Like halfway through, it just kind of goes a little bit.
But you know what's
brings it up
crazy? What makes this such a human instrument, though, is it's not on the line perfect. It's not like mechanical in the sense of like if you're measuring this in a computer, it wouldn't show a straight line. Because if it did, she would sound like a synthesizer. It would be inhuman and therefore incredibly boring and unemotional. She is her average of pitch, technically, is absolute, which is what makes it sound so on. But it is an imperfect instrument, and I'm not suggesting for 1 second before there's any hate coming in, not suggesting she's off key, flat or sharp or anything. I'm just talking about the human instrument in and of itself is a non-keyed, non-fretted instrument, and therefore has a slight imbalance that is what makes it so human and special and incredible.
Yeah.
And
So think of a note not so much like this, but more like this. Like it's a spectrum. Okay. And then, so that last note, she kind of starts maybe like at the little bit lower side of the spectrum. And then she hits this point where she goes a little sharp, and like the resonance with the room, it just creates this perfection. Okay. There you go.
What is the note that we're
It's A flat.
So this is the piano. This is a keyboard rather. So it's a recorded perfect on the line pitch. You can see how straight that is versus Now I'm a little sick and it ain't great, but that's human. If it was this, and by the way, that's what, if auto-tune is pressed too hard or something like that, which she obviously doesn't use, but the if that was flattened by auto-tune, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between a keyboard and my voice, and that sucks the human out of it, and we don't want that.
So go back to that note, and we'll point out exactly where that happens, where she kind of shifts a little bit, and it just creates this.
Oh yeah, and then they this here. When she goes into a vibrato, it starts to open up, and that would just so you have a little bit of a visual reference.
So one last time with that note, just
yeah.
And everybody can probably hear it or at least feel it. Can I see it?
Che scioglie sangue dinte bene sai, dinte bene sai.
Yeah, and the airiness coming in. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning.
What I like about this last note on my side is she creates this tension between the crying and the singing. So she was about to cry. You believe that the last note she would completely break away and cry. No, she suddenly she restores the singing voice, and then she creates this perfect final note that you mentioned.
Yes.
But it surprises you, and it's amazing. I don't know how to describe it, but
yeah.
We
You could spend all day trying to, create words to describe it. But that's the amazing thing about art. No matter how much we break it down scientifically, it's how does it make you feel? And that's it provides something that is literally beyond words. That's why we have music to begin with.
The answer is good. Makes me feel very good.
The answer is good. Eric, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you, my friend.
Your knowledge, your energy in helping us craft a show today. We would love to have you back. And I know you've got a lot of ideas for, you're talking about even maybe doing something with like just all duets.
Just to mention that the last one, and also I guess I Love You, it was only a piano and her voice. And honestly, the best concert she had on Toute Intimité in 2003, it was just a piano and a few chords and letting her voice shine, and it's a preferred from the fan base. Just
Amazing. Well, thank you again for being here. We appreciate you. Thank you for being on our channel and helping us out, helping us just guide us here. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Just a quick heads up. Next week, we're not here because we leave on Monday. We're headed over to Budapest, and we're not going to see Lara. We're missing her by like 2 days or something like that. It's at the time because we're in Germany first, and then she's like, we knew if we
duality
knew, man, I was have to catch her another time in the future. But we will be in Budapest for Dimash for all of next week. We're going to share our travels there. Be sure to follow our community board for updates. So we will not have Reaction Wednesday next week, possibly not the following one either. We'll keep you posted. But of course, we will circle back to more Lara, no question about that. And I think, was there anything else I had to say outside of that? We love you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here, supporting our page. And thank you, Lara,
awesome.
for your incredible art. That is it for today. Have an amazing rest of the week. Mwah. Thank you, guys.
Bye, guys.
You are my missing pieces.